Hey everybody! So E3 unofficially started today because Bethesda held their press conference, and it was overwhelming in some aspects and crazy in others. And Nintendo had their Nintendo World Championship, and they had lots of surprise announcements actually. So, as of now, I expect to be doing a wrap-up of every single day of the show and of the pre-show. So, this is the wrap-up for everything that happened for E3 2015 on Sunday the 14th. Let's get into it. Alright, so first let's start it out with Bethesda. Now, they kicked off the show with Doom, and it looked as about what you want from a Doom kind of reboot. You kill a bunch of demons, there's a lot of gore, there's a shotgun, there's a chainsaw, you kill a bunch of stuff, and later on they're like, hey, we're going to hell, and they showed some more demons. And it was kind of underwhelming to me. They also kind of teased a multiplayer in a trailer, as well as a map maker called Doom Snap Map, which is kind of cool. I think that's going to be one of the big things moving forward in this kind of generation of consoles, is like, hey, you can upload your own stuff, or you can like make your own stuff, and we support mods on consoles and stuff like that. It's supposed to launch in spring of 2016 for the PC, PS4, and Xbox One. I was just underwhelmed. Like, it looked fine, but there's no context to all the gore. It was just kind of like, yeah, this is a throwback, and if you want a gore boner, then here you go. Oh, what did excite me was the next announcement. Well, actually, they talked about Battlecry for just a brief snippet that you can sign up for a beta, and it looked really janky. I mean, it's a beta, but it just, I don't know, I'm not getting a good vibe from that game. But anyway, going back to what excited me, Dishonored 2. It was leaked yesterday, and but actually announcing it was like, for the PC, PS4, and Xbox One, they announced that there's two protagonists, Emily and Corvo, and it was just a CG trailer, and it just looked awesome. I just like to know that it's coming out. And they're remaking, or I should say remastering, Dishonored 1 for the PS4 and Xbox One. It's supposed to release this fall. So that's, you know, to provide hype for Dishonored 2, which might come out maybe spring as well. Though if Doom's coming out in spring, then Dishonored maybe fall of next year. They showed some new content for The Elder Scrolls Online, which gave me no context because I never played that game. The one surprise, well, one of the surprises for the show was The Elder Scrolls Legends, which is a strategy card game, to which I commented on Twitter. I was just like, oh, a new card game. This looks exciting. Snore. It just... But Fallout 4 closed up the show, and this is what everybody wanted to see. They showed off that you can be a male or a female, that you have a voice this time. There's a base building mechanic with some like tower defense stuff. Weapon crafting is pretty cool. There's going to be a special edition for the game coming out that has a real-life Pip-Boy that you can put your phone in. There's an app you can buy for it. It's supposed to be free, I think. And you just put the phone in the Pip-Boy, and then it acts like, you know, the little Pip-Boy from the actual thing. It looks pretty cool and kitschy. You can pre-order it now for $120, I think I saw it on Amazon. So that went fast. And, oh yeah, by the way, they really closed off the show by saying, hey, Fallout 4, it launched November 10th of this year for the PC, PS4, and Xbox One. So that's pretty amazing. I screamed. That was probably the biggest. That's all I wanted. I predicted that doesn't come out this year because they were, you know, doing it for so long. And yeah, they also like stealthily announced Fallout Shelter, which looks like a Sims kind of little add-on free-to-play game for Android and iOS devices, and you can download that now. So I'll check that out, and maybe I'll make a report on that a little later on, because I am so... Fallout. Let's groove on some Nintendo news, though, because they kind of stealthily announced some other stuff, too, during their Nintendo World Championship, of which there's a 5-hour stream that you can look up at YouTube for all the crazy hilarity that ensued. Anyway, so there's a bunch of Super Smash Bros. Content. Roy and Ryu, of course, are real, as well as Lucas, and they were added to the roster today that you could buy for around $4 each, I think. New costumes for Mii Fighters were revealed, such as Mega Man, Animal Crossing, Virtual Fighter, Splatoon, and Tekken. The Tourney mode, which was teased a while ago, is slated to release in August. They are making Mii Fighter Amiibo based off of the male version of the Brawler and the Sword Fighter, and then the female version of the Gunner. At least they had one female in there. I kind of would have maybe liked both, or maybe like choosing, but having 6 Amiibo based off of those would be cool. My actually pie in the sky thing would be to you basically make your Amiibo Mii Fighter in Super Smash Brothers. You send it to Nintendo, and then they make a custom Amiibo for you. That'd be a little bit more expensive. I'm thinking somewhere on the lines of like 30 bucks, maybe. I would pay that for a custom Amiibo that looks like me. I think that'd be pretty cool. So maybe they'll come out. They also announced Mr. Game & Watch, Falco, Rob, and Duck Hunt Amiibo, all of which are coming in September, so that's pretty cool. Mr. Game & Watch looks like the best because he has little attachments that look like his games, like the little parachute and his little hammer and stuff like that. Blast Ball was also revealed for the 3DS, which looks like a Metroid Prime Hunter game, kind of. It's like a sports, you're mechs and you're fighting, and it, I don't know, I really hope this is not like the Metroid thing that people have been waiting for just because it looks like it. I don't know. Mario Maker is now being called Super Mario Maker in a bizarre twist. Going along with that though, kind of later in the day it was leaked that there are Animal Crossing Amiibo as well, and that there's an 8-bit Mario to go alongside the Super Mario Maker. So that looks pretty awesome. Now, the last piece is super surprising because they released on the Wii U Virtual Console Earthbound Beginnings, which is a Western localization of the original Nintendo game. The Nintendo game was set to release. They scrapped the idea because of the Super Nintendo basically coming out, so that project was lost forever. Now, out of nowhere, to which no one was really clamoring for because the first Mother game isn't that great. Earthbound is actually more of like a retelling of that game in some respects. It's interesting but kind of janky, and people really wanted Mother 3, but instead we got the Ultimate Troll, which is this Earthbound Beginnings. So I'm wondering if they just decided to do this because they wanted to release all of them, and then they're going to announce Earthbound 3, or maybe Earthbound 2 as Mother 3 for the Game Boy Advance, maybe this Tuesday. I don't know. It's interesting. I've played the game and just, I don't know. Mother 3. I've also played Mother 3, but, you know, illegally. But, hey, whatever. A legal way to buy these games is pretty cool. So that was Sunday's news for E3. You can catch all of my wrap-ups, the press conferences, and other random news, of course, on Examiner. You can catch me talking about more stuff about E3 2015 on YouTube later in the week. And, hope to talk to you then. See you.
Boom, ba-jack, boom, boom, ba-jack, boom, ba-jack, boom, boom, ba-jack, boom, ba-jack, boom, boom, ba-jack, boom, ba-jack, boom, boom, subscribe, boom, ba-jack, boom, boom, ba-jack, boom, ba-jack, boom, boom, ba-jack, boom, ba-jack, boom, boom, ba-jack, boom, ba-jack, boom, boom, subscribe.